Hey everyone, it's DJ90 and we have got a chance to secure first place in our Champions League group stage here. We're away at Arsenal and it's live! Before we get underway in this game though, if you can all just do me a favour, drop a like, leave a comment, subscribe down below. Why don't you comment what your favourite drink is? Why not? Let's get to know each other a little bit. I personally don't think you can ever go wrong with a Diet Coke. I used to love full fat. And then I took some time away from having it. Sounds really weird. I had a break from full fat Coke. But yeah, and then as soon as I went back to full fat Coke, I found it quite syrupy. So I prefer diet now. I think the taste's not very different, and it's a bit less cloying in my mouth. But equally, you can't go wrong with them being a bit more sophisticated on the soft drink side. Bit of ginger beer, can't go wrong with it. Equally, I've really gotten into kombucha lately, which may sound a bit weird if you've not tried it. It's really quite nice. I like it anyway. Comes in all sorts of different flavours. So yeah, if you fancy a slightly different soft drink, kombucha is worth a try. Also, it's supposed to be quite good for you, but who knows. That's right, everyone. We're away at Arsenal here in the Champions League group stage with a chance to secure first place just simply by avoiding defeat. Yeah, we're currently sat top of our group, 1 point ahead of Arsenal after we conceded a last-minute equaliser at Real Madrid in our last game. Yeah, if I show you the current table, wherever it is, where's the current table? Yeah. Real Madrid are going to finish bottom. Their point against us in match week 5 was their first point in the group stage. Arsenal currently sitting 12th in the Premier League, have taken the lead here at home. Looked quite a simple move, slicing through the team, really. Yeah, Kamara, by looks of things, let Odegaard get right off his shoulder. Which is going to put Arsenal top, and obviously our endeavours to win the Champions League, love to do it this season, is dependent, really, I would say, on us getting a favourable draw in the first knockout round. Firmino with the shot. Firmino fresh off getting his first 2 goals for the club last time out in a 4-0 win against Union Berlin. His opportunities have been quite limited because he's been injured. He broke his ribs and was out for about 6 weeks. Bellingham winning the ball back well. Rafa Leao. Nuno Mendes down the line. Here comes Leao. Bellingham, Mendes, back to Leao. Leao cutting inside. Shot saved. Good move there from the team. Yusuf Demir has really cemented himself. That's got to be onside. No way is that offside. That's a lovely ball. And Firmino just ghosts in at the far post and nods it in. I think that will be onside. Yeah, easy. As we're saying, Yusuf Demir has cemented himself really as our first choice number 10. Marco Reus's ability has really sort of declined, and he's kind of only really good as an impact sub or against weaker teams, really, whereas Demir has just been top draw. Absolutely top draw, really, for us. And so at half-time, 1-1, perfectly poised, but you know what? As long as it stays this way, I'll be quite happy. Kamara losing the ball. He's not having a great game. Bentancur, I'm going to have to switch him to defensive midfield rather than ball-winning midfielder because do not want him getting sent off. Yeah, with the shot. Over. Right, Rothers. Going to get ease off tackles. So let's see. Once we get that table back up, we'll have a look and see what the other group's looking at. Looks like Leipzig are going to finish second in their group, but as I mentioned in a previous episode, I think we'd be unlikely to get them because I'm pretty sure, I'm not making this up, clubs from the same league, just like they tend not to get drawn in the same group together, I've got a feeling they tend not to face each other in the first knockout round as well. I could be chatting complete rubbish, but I feel like that is a thing. First knockout round, they tend to try and keep clubs from the same nation away. So we could have Milan, we could have Spurs or Lazio. That looks like it could still go either way, much like our group. And that's all we've got so far. I'm going to make some... Done a little bit of jiggling around, and we brought on Tolisso for Adeyemi, and we put Demir out on the right wing. Kamara doing well there, carrying the ball out this time, not losing it. Right, Leao's going to come off, and we'll bring on Shelderup. Shelderup's done well, to be fair for us, really, so far. Had a good, strong start to his Dortmund career. Come on, can we sneak a winner? It would be nice, wouldn't it? It'd be nice to sneak a win here. But yeah, I mean, in terms of other progress elsewhere, doing okay in the league. We're still second. We're about... Oh, he's offside, anyway. We're about 2 points off Gladbach, who are still top. And I think Bayern are third. We had a chance to go above Gladbach, but we blew it. So we drew with Gladbach in the Borussia derby, 1-1. And then I think they lost to someone. Like, really, or they either lost or drew. They dropped points anyway, which was, oh yes, Tolisso. The two subs combining. Gabriel Veron with the run. The pass was intercepted. Came out to Shelderup, who fed it to Tolisso, who made no mistake in scoring his second goal of the season. I don't know how much Shelderup knew about that, to be honest with you. I think it probably just bounced off his head and went straight to Tolisso, but still, they all count. Yeah, Gladbach dropped some points. They've not really dropped many points at all. And then we went to Cologne and we got absolutely smashed. We got beat 3-1. We were losing 2-0. 2-0? Yeah, 2-0 at half time. Just some shoddy play, really. Bit of a defensive mix-up allowed Andre Duda to get in. And then we gave away a penalty, which was a really stupid penalty to give away as well. And then we made it 2-1 after about 3 minutes into the second half. So I was like, great, let's go. And we were all over them. And then a bit of a nothing ball just through the lines, which Arezzo on loan at Cologne was chasing, but he had like Nianzou and Boubacar Kamara for company. And Anana was coming out and singing, great, between the three of them, they'll have this. This will get sorted, no problem. What Kamara chose to do was to try and pass it to Nianzou, but basically messed the pass up completely, like underhit it, took it away from both Nianzou and Onana. Meanwhile, Arezzo was like, sound, yeah, I'll have that. Ran in, nipped between Nianzou and Kamara and scored, and that made it 3-1, and it killed the game then. Just completely and utterly killed the game. And that ended up 3-1. So, yeah, we missed out on a chance to overtake Gladbach at that point. But, yeah, we're still only about 2 points behind. We've got 3 games left of the first round of fixtures, all very winnable. Next up, we've got Wolfsburg. And then I think we've got, like, 2 other sort of relatively easy-ish teams. Teams that we should be looking to beat quite comfortably. That'll take us into January. In terms of transfers, we've still got a decent transfer budget, and the board decided to increase our wage budget as well from something like 55k per week to that was a good performance, to about 200k per week. So they really boosted our wage budget, which was nice without us having to compromise our transfer kitty. So we probably will. Oh, that was Arteta's last game. That. Wow. Okay. Sorry, Mikel. So transfer wise, obviously we've got all the youngsters coming in. Outbound, Nicolas Seiwald is leaving. He's going to Flamengo. He was struggling for game time with the likes of Kessié and Bentancur, Tolisso, etc., all kind of taking those spots that he would ordinarily have occupied. So, he came to us saying, I kind of want to go out on loan, with a view to leave him permanently. And I was like, yeah, okay, you know what, that's fine. your career is kind of stagnating a little bit. I'm not really using you that much. I don't need you. With the defensive options we've got as well, there is the potential to play someone like Kamara in defensive mid as well, if needs must. So, yeah, so we're selling him. He's going to Flamengo for a total of 13.75 mil. And I believe we've got I'm pretty sure we've got a sell-on clause as well. So, yeah, that's about a 3 to 8 mil profit, I think. Signed him for 11. So, yeah, about 2 mil profit, which, to be fair, for a player who didn't really do anything particularly stellar for us, he was, average. I don't think it's too bad. And it's a good bit of money that we can get into the kitty, which, when you look at, 65 mil, almost with 300k spare a week, we can definitely do something with that. There are a few players wanted. Nianzou is wanted by PSG. Papetti is wanted by Milan and Celta Vigo. Aaron Martin is wanted by Lazio. Gabi Veron, he's a bit hit and miss. Sometimes he's good, sometimes he's not great. We might look to loan him out. I definitely think he's got a future with us. He's still quite young. He's 21, so we may look to loan him out unless he can find a bit more consistency. Adeyemi, he's wanted by Man U and Real Madrid. I think if someone comes in for him in the January, we might struggle to keep hold of him. He's had a really good season, considering he missed the first few weeks with injury. Boubacar Kamara, he's wanted by Milan and Juve. He's a good player, but equally, if we sold him, I wouldn't be devastated. It's got a release clause of something like 79 mil. If we can get that for him, I'll be made up. If he does go, I'll be quite happy with that. Caligari, no interest currently circulating for him at the moment. Obviously, we rejected those bids from Spurs in the summer. But again, if someone comes in for him, we may look to sell him. One thing I am keen to do, which the board is also keen for us to do, is to sign German players. And I do feel like in our starting 11, we don't have many Germans. Mukoko, Adeyemi, and that's it. Obviously, Royce when he starts. Rudiger will probably be in there. He is out with cruciate ligament damage. He'll be out until the end of the season. We might just get him back towards the end. Namdi Collins, he is someone who we have given some game time to. And he is definitely someone who, has a future at the club if he continues to develop the way he's developing at the moment. But whether he'll be a true starter, I don't know yet. As you can see, looking at goals, Mukoko is on 24 goals in 19 appearances. He is, as you can, look at his form, he's tapered off a little bit there. He was playing a lot of games. He is someone who my coaches still see as inconsistent. Bearing in mind, though, when we look at his form, he kind of gets back-to-back hat-tricks. So we got a hat-trick against Olympiacos, hat-trick against Hoffenheim, go back again, hat-trick there against Arsenal. Add that to the hat-trick he got in the Cup, and I believe in also the first game of the season as well. Got a hat-trick against Weber. He got a hat-trick against Paderborn. He's on about 5 hat-tricks so far this season. I don't think he's too inconsistent personally. Every player at some point is going to dip and have some bad games, but I think really, for Mukoko, I think we can be very happy with what he's done so far. We also have to remember, he's 19 now. He's just turned 19. 19 years old. And when we look at his stats so far, so in our first season, he got 6 goals in 19 appearances, which I don't think is too bad at all, really, considering he was, playing second fiddle to Haaland a lot of the time. Last season, 29 goals in 19 appearances in the league, 30 in all competitions. 30 and 29, I think is a cracking return. This season already, he's on 24 in 19, so he is well on course to break that goal scoring from last season. When you look just in the league alone, last season in the league, he got 29 in 19 appearances, and he's currently on 13 and 11. So I think, if he can carry on the way he's going, we should have no issue really getting goals for him. Firmino coming into a bit of form now that he's back fit, I'm really happy with. When we look at his form, 2 goals and 4 league appearances, an assist in the Pokal, and 1 goal and 2 Champions League appearances. Like I said, he's been injured a lot, so I'm quite happy with that. Obviously, when we sold Haaland, I did kind of debate. I was like, do I buy another striker, a bit more of an experienced striker, just to try and lend a bit of experience to the likes of Mukoko and Königsdorfer, because they're still quite young. Forgetting that obviously I had signed Firmino on a free because my initial aim with Firmino was to play him as a shadow striker, someone who can feed the ball through, sort of to try and take some of the pressure off Royce. But, I'm forgetting that he's primarily a striker anyway. So, he is someone who is definitely going to fill that role for us quite nicely. He can play number 10. He can also play number 9. So I'm really happy with that. I think that's it, really. Looking at the schedule, when I last saw you, we played Real Madrid in the Champions League after we just lost 2-0 to Bayern Munich. We then went on to beat Leverkusen 5-1. As I said, we drew 1-1 with Gladbach. Then beat Arsenal 4-0 at home. Beat Leipzig. Beat Fürth, drew with Olympiacos away, which was, at first I thought, on paper I was thinking that's not a great result, but they had just beat Real Madrid 4-0 in the Champions League, so I was thinking, maybe it's not so bad after all. Hansa Rostock, we beat in the Pokal, so we're into the third round there. I can't remember actually who we're playing, but 5-1 against Hoffenheim, 4-1. This game against Mainz was a proper ding-dong affair. Kessier got sent off, Moukoko then scored. Mainz then went down to 10 men. We then made it 2-0, and then Mainz then went down to 9 men. This is the game against Cologne I was talking about. Absolute shocker. Some truly terrible performances across the board there. Meanwhile, I've got some of these players, like some Nianzou, Royce, Bentancur, I believe, gave away the penalty, Gabriel Veron, all coming to me saying, I want to start more games. It's like, yeah, that's fine. But then when I play you, don't play terrible. Don't literally cost us goals. So, so that was a bit of an issue, but, we're managing that fine. Yeah, so Wolfsburg next, Heidenheim, Freiburg. I should really be looking to get 9 points from all of these. Next up in the cup, we've got Frankfurt. That will take us hopefully into the quarterfinals. I'm going to be looking to bring the next episode back in February. That is going to be quite a big month for us anyway. We've got Bayern Munich, then we've got the Cup, then we've got Leverkusen, then we've got Hertha, and then we've got Gladbach. And in here somewhere is going to be our first knockout round in the Champions League. So I'll be bringing it back around here. I might even do 2 games in one episode, to be honest with you, just to sort of, because this month is going to be massive in terms of our season, really. Not just Champions League, but also, playing against our 2 key rivals for the league at the moment. When we look here, with 2 points off Gladbach, we're 1 point up ahead of Bayern Munich. Gladbach undefeated so far this season. So I think realistically, February is when we'll be looking to bring it back. I will see you then. Hope you enjoyed today's episode. Bit of a catch up. Looking ahead to the season, obviously getting the nice win against Arsenal. If you've enjoyed the video, as ever, do let me know. Please drop a like down below. It really means a lot. And leave a comment, subscribe. Who do you think we should be looking to try and get in the Champions League? Who would be a nice team for us to play? Let's have a quick look. If we look in groups in the Champions League, so we have just played on Tuesday. So, assuming we can't get Leipzig, if I'm right, we could be looking at Milan. We could be looking at Spurs. Probably be looking at someone like Villarreal. I can't see them getting past Man United. I believe we played Villarreal at this point before, and I think we won. Rangers look like they're going to be going through. Look like they're going to be going through. They are going to be going through in second behind Barcelona. So they would certainly be a nice team to play. Ajax or Shakhtar, I would take. We've beaten Ajax before. But equally, Juventus, not the strongest team that they were. And then Bayern Munich or Monaco. I'd prefer to avoid Bayern, but like I said, we might not get them anyway. And Monaco, I would probably be quite happy with. Erling Haaland doing really, really well, to be fair to him, since he left us. 14 goals so far in the Champions League. In terms of league form, not so much, 6 in 14. Currently managed by Mr. Jurgen Klopp. So, Jurgen Klopp, I think he got sacked from Liverpool. Did he get sacked? Let's see. No, what am I looking for? Is it milestones I want? Yeah, sacked as manager of Liverpool and then hired as Man City manager. What happened to Mr. Guardiola? Was he sacked? He left to go and manage... What did he do? He just left. Maybe he just left at the end of his contract or something. Fair enough. He just walked out. And he's currently doing nothing he is wanted, however, by Arsenal and Chelsea. Obviously, Arsenal just sacked Arteta. could be an interesting move for them. I have seen Guardiola at Arsenal quite a lot over previous FMs, so that could be quite an interesting one. Anyway, I've waffled on for long enough, everyone. I'm really, really sorry. I'm probably just trying to delay the fact that I'm about to go and watch Everton probably get massacred at home by Liverpool in the Merseyside derby, which I'm really not looking forward to. But thankfully, I'll have Football Manager on to keep me preoccupied. So yeah, take it easy, everyone. I really appreciate you dropping by and stay safe.